Hey there, small business owners. This is the first of 6 videos that we're doing that kind of walks customers or potential customers through our digital lab process. So it's really 6 phases. This is the first one, and this one focuses on building out the infrastructure. We'll get into more later, but it really is the starting point for this, and really it begs the question: do you feel like you're in the dark about your digital marketing as far as the results, and really what you might need to do to get to another level? And frankly, we hear from other folks that aren't doing anything. So if you're in the dark, stay with us. Well, we will get you to another level, and it starts with this what we're doing today, and that is understanding the tracking architecture that goes into an effective digital marketing program. When we get that set up, it sets the stage for everything else. First up, let's talk about Google Business Profile. It is really a basic program, but is essential for getting yourself started with digital marketing. I had a customer the other day that we helped set up. They really didn't have a profile, and what they did have was very very basic, and they hadn't maintained it. We went in, fixed it, got it set up, and literally month over month, their traffic increased 21%. I think that's amazing for something that people sometimes take for granted. And so imagine, this is an example of what it can do for local business. And so, say you have a bakery, you set up your profile correctly, you start posting pictures, you get your hours updated correctly, all the different components that go in there, your address, everything's in there correctly and perfectly. Now, when people go in and search, best cupcakes near me, immediately you pop up. You're part of the local community, and your traffic will bump drastically, like the example that I just gave with an existing customer. So it's a great place to start, and it is your best friend if you own a local business. Now let's move to Google Tag Manager. Think of it as the engine room, or a place that really is the container for all your marketing and Google Ads, your Google Analytics, Facebook Pixels, etc. You name it, it's all there. And you can manage these without touching the code in your website. That's an important point. I think it's kind of like think of it as a universal remote for your marketing. It's a great place to manage a lot of different components of your marketing business from. Speaking of tags, let's jump into Google Analytics. And this was like the marketing microscope. Gives you really detailed explanations and tracking of who is visiting your site, what they're doing while they're there, what's important to people while they're on your website. And so it allows you to make adjustments. Again, we're talking about tracking tools in this section, and this is a great one. You can even record. Some tools will allow you to record a customer coming onto your site. You can see what they do, how they bounce around, how long they stay, etc. So knowledge is power, and Google Analytics gives you that power to track your customers on your website. Next up is Google Ads. It's frankly one of my favorites because it's just an essential part of driving targeted traffic to your website. Think about it like keywords and copy delivered directly to an engaged customer. You can do Facebook and other tools, and they do well. But when you think about what they're doing, they're approaching and we'll talk about this later, but they're approaching a potential customer based on their demographics and interests, and you would serve them ads. Now, in this scenario, you're going to serve ads to people who are Googling or specifically doing research on specific products and services like yours. So you're looking for people who are demonstrating interest and intent to purchase. So that's why it's so good. That's why it is a favorite. Google Ads does a great job, and it's think about it as putting your ads in front of someone who has buyer intent now. Let's not forget about Facebook ads and the Facebook campaigns. I know I used that as the other side of a coin with Google ads in the last section, but Facebook ads do a phenomenal job of helping you reach your target audience based on your demographics that you're after, interests, and behaviors. And so, for instance, if you say run a yoga studio, you can target people who are interested in wellness and yoga that live in a 10-mile radius around your studio. It's like having a direct line to your ideal customer profile or avatar. A few other quick tracking strategies you should be aware of. The first one is the UTM parameter. These are small snippets of code that you put into at the end of your URLs to track the effectiveness of your different marketing campaigns, tracks where those campaigns are coming from. And then second is to implement heat maps on your website. There are tools out there that do this already, like Hotjar, and there's others, but it helps you show where your visitors are clicking from and how far they're scrolling into your website, so you can optimize the layout. And lastly, don't underestimate the power of conversion tracking. This can be done through Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel, and it really helps you understand which actions or content are adding to conversions. So you know what works, and we have a great set of tools that helps you measure your digital performance over time, and that's really what we all need. Because it's not just a one size fits all. It's not one and done. We have to track this over time, make adjustments, optimize, and keep that flow moving. And it's just one more tool that helps you do that. So conversion tracking is really an exercise and process that helps you make better decisions. So with that, don't wait any longer. Take control of your marketing. Take control of the setup. If you can do it yourself, great. If not, we would love to be able to help you out. We have a team that can do that and has done a lot of it. And you need it done right so you can go on to the next steps of what we consider to be a 6-step program and process. This is the first step. It needs to be set up right because everything builds on each other. So I'd love to help you with that. Give us a ring or reach out, and we'd love to see how you're doing today and what we can do for you in the future.